JJ, who's under more pressure to win another title? Would you put that on LeBron James or Kevin Durant?
I don't think you're going to like my answer here.
Really?
I don't think there's pressure on either guy. Look, I think both of these players, when we talk about legacies, I think both of these guys' legacies are secured. Kevin Durant is one of the greatest all-time scorers. He's been to 4 finals, 2 championships, 2 finals MVPs, tore his Achilles in 2019. This level of greatness from him at age 33 after an Achilles tear, this is a bonus. LeBron James, 10 finals, 8 straight, leaves the East, wins a championship in his second year in LA. One of the 2 or 3 greatest players of all time. I don't think they feel any pressure to win another championship. Certainly they want to win another championship. I talked to Chris Paul last week. We talked about championships validating a career.
Yeah.
Both these guys, their careers are validated. They don't need another one to validate anything.
Oh, God. There's so much to teach former athletes and present athletes. Let me try again. I really try. Y'all just don't get it. KD and LeBron are champions. We know this. When they are inducted into the Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Famers with ease, okay? We will celebrate their greatness and what they accomplished in their careers. That has nothing to do with now. Tomorrow, next month, next season, while you're playing, there's a story that has to be told. And the amazing part of it, this is why JJ Redick would sit in the locker room sometimes or sit on the sidelines or whatever and had this perpetual frown on his face looking like me, for crying out loud. Just pissed off at the world, you know, because he's annoyed. Why? Because his whole thing is, this is what it is. No. The story has to be told. And like I tell Molly all the time, I'm a soap opera fan. You know, I'm Brick.
Tell the truth. You're a soap opera actor. You're not a fan.
Recurrent role in General Hospital. Sonny Corinthos is the star of General Hospital. Maurice Bernard is his name. My friend, Victor Newman on Young and the Restless. His name is Eric Braden. You know, they've been shot. They've been pushed downstairs. They've been in a coma. They've been stabbed. We all know they're going to live, JJ Redick. They're the stars of the show. It don't stop the storylines from percolating. The same is applicable to LeBron, KD. The reality of the situation is that if you're KD, I would say he's under more pressure than LeBron because LeBron has more rings. And the dysfunction in LA has reeked through the headlines so much that nobody expects anything from them because we watch the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors, and we're like, damn it, if you are healthy, you still might not win because they're better teams than you. Even though LeBron deserves a lot of accountability because Rob Pelinka, Mr. Pleaser, wanted to make sure that he capitulated to what LeBron wanted, and LeBron James picked this damn roster to some degree anyway. KD, though, is different. Why? Because when we look at KD, we look at Kyrie, we look at Brooklyn. You talked about not just their play, you talked about their body language. Who's the leader? Who's the face of the franchise? Who's the guy that's supposed to be able to stand up and say, yo, bro, we trying to win a chip. We going for this. Those kind of things that take place, it's a story that has to be told.
Molly.
That's the way it goes.
Time out. Speaking of stories, maybe I've been around him too long. JJ, the stakes get a little higher when you become, no one's going to be able to read my note, a super team. And then I have more words for you here. LeBron, AD, Russ, KD, Kyrie, Harden. No one can read my handwriting. A big threes on both teams. You know this. We know how great they are. We know their legacies. Super teams, big threes, star power, stakes are higher, JJ.
Look, I get it, and I love that people in 2022 act like super teams haven't existed for the entirety of the NBA. So
Here we go, another debate.
Should some of Larry Bird's titles be discredited because they put that team together?
No.
Rod Auerbach made an amazing trade to put that team together. Hold on, no.
Go ahead.
This is 80s, those were super teams.
Yeah.
Jordan's Bulls, those were super teams.
Yeah.
Shaq and Kobe, that's a super
And the
team.
stakes were high.
The stakes are always high. There's always going to be pressure on great players. The question was, who has more pressure?
Right.
The answer
You said
is
neither.
neither.
You said neither.
The answer is neither.
You say neither?
I'll tell you why. Because as an athlete, we want to go out and kill, and we want to win.
Okay.
That's inherent to the game. Any great athlete, that is inherent to the game. There is no one that can put more pressure on Kevin or LeBron or me or Chris Paul than themselves. So all the pressure is coming from this.
Hold it.
All the pressure is coming from this.
Time out.
The answer's neither.
Time out.
The answer's neither.
So in other
You're
words,
creating a narrative and a story, Stephen A. We all do that. This is what we do.
Time out. No, well, you could say that. I mean, I guess if people want to give me, clearly Kevin Durant and them gave me credit for that over this week. Y'all want to give me credit for that, so be it. I'll take it. It don't bother me. This is what I do. I'm in the media. All I'm doing, though,
you're doing your job.
No.
You're doing your job.
But the job is not to create the job is not to create a narrative. As the late great John Thompson once said about me. This is what I love about Stephen A. You want to know how he feels? Just ask him.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
You ask me a question, I'm giving you an answer. If people want to follow that narrative, that's their damn business. It's not created. But what I'm saying to you is this: we're talking basketball, and when I'm talking basketball, I'm looking at a situation where there's an expectation that comes with the team that is assembled. Do we expect the Sacramento Kings to do anything? How about the Orlando Magic? How about the Detroit Pistons?
No.
You know damn well we don't compare. You don't expect anything from them. But when you are a team like that has been assembled in Brooklyn, you damn right there are expectations. And if you fall short of those expectations, you're going to be looked at, no matter who. If you're the Los Angeles Lakers, why are we looking at them? The only thing that has saved LeBron is because we're seeing Russell Westbrook disintegrate before our very eyes. Now, me personally, I still believe in Russell Westbrook. I just think he needs to stop shooting damn jump shots. Mm-hmm. You're not a shooter. Attack the basket. You're a freak athlete. Dominate. Take the ball to the hole. Get to the free throw line and shoot better than 66.8%. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.